Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I've got a treat for you. This is the 2024 DRV Mobile Suites 39RKDB. That stands for Rear Kitchen Dual Bath. I do believe you guys are going to absolutely love this. Now, this is just getting finished up in production, so I've only got limited time here on this one, so I'm going to keep this tour to about 15 to 20 minutes. The specifications, things like the length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description of the video. There are also a lot of different options that you can get on this camper, and it varies, from person to person. So I'll also put a list of what all can be ordered down in the description as well, including paint jobs and things of that nature. Hit that like and subscribe button for future RV content. I like to put out probably about 4 to 5 videos a week, so hopefully you guys like my style and join that. Really trying to hit 30,000 subscribers here by the end of 2023. Looks like I'm going to smash that. Probably should move it up to about 35. But again, it's the 2024 Mobile Suites 41RKDB. We got a little half bath right behind this door, but this is one of their best selling fifth wheels. It is their rear kitchen model. Check out how beautiful this is. Now, if you're not a fan of the light and bright, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you can get it in a darker tone. But look at how tall, wide, and deep these slides are. So I am 6 feet tall for reference. And I've got, pretty average size arms. I'm lifting all the way up, and it's like to the top of my palm. So incredible head height here on the DRVs. I absolutely love them. They're also built out to the gills with the industry's thickest sidewalls. You're also going to see true wood cabinetry. A lot of, really high-end, more residential applications, since a lot of people are living in these and traveling, across the country. But I'll start with this slide and work my way back to the kitchen and then back up front. Bath and a half model. A lot of stuff to love here. You have power recliners, and above it, you're going to see overhead storage along with a ton of windows. They're all going to be dual pane and tinted. Very high-end. They're really nice feel to it. They all open up for a good cross breeze. But again, power recliners. You're also going to see they have the USB port, and you get a couple cup holders and a little storage slot, to maybe put some controllers. Really nice and fancy looking lights. I don't know what kind of light you want to call that, but that sure is neat. I do a lot of these videos, so if you've seen them, this is a lot nicer than what I'm used to, and I'm not really that fancy of a guy, so this is kind of blowing my mind. You have a table right here for 2 that does expand out for 4. You're also going to notice the countertops are going to be that solid surface with the same design going all the way throughout. So that's a huge plus. You're also going to notice you have outlets everywhere. Those are going to be USBs. The storage up here is the same length all the way across. You'll also notice hands-free. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. But that's the depth and the width you're going to get going across that slide until you get to the refrigerator. True hard wood for the cabinetry, so it's kind of that sturdy, beat-me-up type style. You don't have to be too ginger on it or anything like that. You're also going to see you have accent lighting there in the tops of the slide, which is always nice. The roof also has the soft touch roof to it, which I'll show you when we get up into the bedroom a little bit better, but it helps with sound deadening. You're also going to notice you don't see any ACs laying around. It's because they use a very high-efficiency AC, and the system, the ductwork, is awesome in this. Carpet in the slides because they use the flush mount slide system, so that's where you're going to get all that extra height. You'll see over here, you have the absolutely massive residential style Insignia refrigerator. So you're going to see this thing is absolutely huge. It's nicer than the one that's inside my house. Let's go ahead and put that travel.
5 hours later.
Sorry about that little break there. Just started fumbling around with that travel lock. But anyway, you've got one of the industry's largest residential style Insignia refrigerators. This is nicer than the one that's inside my home. So this is going to be just an electric refrigerator, but I'll tell you, you can see that you have enough space for a week's worth of travel. Absolutely no problem. You also have a massive freezer section. The bottom one's going to be partitioned in the middle that you can remove. And this top one, you're going to see you got room for an ice maker. So that is really nice. You also have this travel lock with that plastic piece right there that you can insert for when you're into travel mode. Storage up above. Nice and deep right there. Nothing to complain about. You can do a little stow and go action. And then this rear kitchen is absolutely stunning. And the height of the camper allows for a lot of cabinetry, as well. You're going to see you get a whole ton of storage, an absolute ton of countertop space. There's nothing really I do not like about this kitchen. Now this is going to be a top seller for a lot of brands, you know, like the Cedar Creek, for instance. This floor plan is what kills it for them, but this just takes what's good in that and makes it better. So you're going to have a dishwasher right here, the Fisher and Paykel, or I don't even know how to pronounce that. Oh, I can't open that up because I don't have the power on. Shucks. But you see that right there? You have a pull-out drawer there underneath. You're also going to see your big old farm-style stainless steel sink with a wet and dry zone. You also got hitting those dishes from all angles. Another massive window that's got the night or the day shade and the night shade there as well. I also like the window sills. I think those are looking really nice. Storage, virtually all over the place. You're going to get 3 of those. And then up here, that's going to go all the way across as well. Moving on along, you have the industry's largest oven, the Insignia. So you're going to get your 4 stovetop burners so you can cook all the fixings while you're on the road. And then you even have enough room for a turkey in here in the oven. So it's a very residential finish again. Big old pull-out drawers on both sides. You're going to notice they're on that soft close. They also have the magnetic latch with the copper tab, which is always a big time plus. But you don't have to worry about any clanging and banging, you know, when you're closing it. Over here, you're going to see a much wider pull-out. True hand-laid tiles here with the grouting just looking really sharp. I love the design that they got going on. And to match the oven, they put the Insignia microwave as well. And then the storage up and around is just absolutely incredible. So that gives you a good idea of what you're looking at left and right. And here above. So on the DRV, you know, you even get the small finishes here, like that's your max air vent fan. It's meant to cook, to evacuate, you know, the steam or the stink from whatever you're cooking. But you even have a grate over there, so it's not seen while you're going through the camper. So even small touches like that are what make the DRV, you know, a much nicer, higher end camper. Emergency exit window, again with the day and night shades. Pull, push, and pop. You can get out in a hurry. You also have the recliners right here that are directly across from your TV for a good viewing area. They're also going to be on the quick recline that lay really nice and flat so you can sit down and take a nap. If you're not a sofa sleeper, you can sleep in that absolutely no problem. Extremely comfortable again. Another outlet right here, and then you get a sofa with the 3 cushions. So that's going to indicate that it's got the trifold sofa that'll pull out to right about here to make a full queen size bed, which is always a plus. You know, if you got that fun uncle kind of camping with you and he needs a place to crash, or another couple or some grandkids, you are good to go. More windows for more good views. Again, they all open up for a nice cross breeze. It looks wonderful. This is one of the finishing touches. There is going to be a cabinet door there here in a second. They're actually getting ready to pull it up into the factory to put those final pieces on. But I wanted to show it while I was up here. I got invited by Salem to do a couple of their travel trailer debuts, and I just had to come up to DRV. So check out all this walk-around room. Doesn't get much better than that. On the rainy day, you don't feel trapped, or at night, you can sit down and have a really nice kind of movie theater feel for it. 34-inch Furrion electric fireplace that heats up 400 square feet of space. So in an RV this size, it'll really heat up the entirety of this area, absolutely no problem, on a day that's about 40, 45 degrees. So it's a great feature to have to cut down on some of those propane costs and stop you from filling it up so much. You have the Insignia TV that's also going to be on a swivel, so you can angle it where you please. And you also get a really nice sound bar that comes with it as well, so that way you can, you know, get the inside bumping. That fireplace, by the way, also has a couple different coloring modes, so you can set the tone. You have an orange, a red, a blue, and a white. Overhead storage here above the TV as well, just kind of a get me done little area. Maybe put some of your stowaway blankets or something like that. Look at that. That is just sharp looking. So again, this is the 2024 Mobile Suites 39 RKDB. And if you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I'm going to be putting out quite a few videos here over the next few days. I got 2 more here at the factory that I'm going to be recording today. So this is the half bath. You'll see it's got the old porcelain foot flush throne. It's always a plus. Some accent lighting there with some access to your plumbing and some storage here underneath the sink. And I like the sink too because it's angled and you don't see any like caulking or anything like that that's exposed. So it's a really nice finish. You even get the solid surface here around that. Another outlet, good place to put off the old bowling gun, baby. If you've never seen my videos before, big bowler, big bowler. It's the off season though. So that's a bummer. A little lip right there to help keep some things, you know, staying in place. You also see you got a little window there for some natural lighting. Another fantastic fan to help circulate some of that air. Overhead storage. And then what's interesting too is they even took the time to kind of improve this door. So you see how I open it? Well, you can also fold it into itself, which is just really nice to kind of help utilize space and kind of keep it out of the way. But you're prepped for a fully stackable washer and dryer. And if you're not using it for that, you can still obviously use it for a hanging closet or whatever that you'd like. You also got that little hanging rack there too, which is nice. This is the control for the Max Air fan and a couple lights in here. Heading up into the bedroom, before you go in there, you see right here, you got your control panel. So you have your tank heaters. Since this is a Four Seasons camper, you flip that on. It's 12 volt heat down there. Helps you camp, you know, later and earlier in the seasons, or all season really. The 2 awning controls. Your Truma AquaGo, which is an on-demand hot water system. And then these are going to be all your controls for your slide outs and some of your lights. You can also check your tank levels right here as well by just simply clicking a button, and it'll let you know the level percent. Here's your Dometic control for your heat and your AC. A little bit more storage here up above. You got a fire detector above me too. And the gateway wine guards. That way you can get, you know, kind of Wi-Fi on the road. Sliding pocket door here too. You're also going to see you have a nice king-size bed for comfortable sleeping and in an absolutely beautiful bedroom. So overhead storage. You also have a charging port over here along with outlets on both sides. So if you need to set up a CPAP machine, you got the space to do that. You also get a little storage maybe for some reading material. Nice looking headboard. Both windows, again, open up for a nice breeze. They also have those day and night shades there too. That's what the overhead storage is going to look like. You do have the ability to add in an extra AC if you would like. And this is going to be the vanity slide. So you have a dresser that's on a slide to optimize the walk-through space. You see that there's plenty, you know, even for a round belly like myself, I'm cruising and grooving in style. But you got your dressers. All 6 of those are going to be looking like that. Another window here. It's also an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop in the case of this because it's a little bit higher up. You also have another Insignia TV that's going to be on that swivel. Heading into the bathroom, I love the bathrooms on all the DRV models, but this one is extra cool because it does have that kind of that couple sink. So there's going to be 2 sinks up here looking super sharp, really high-end looking, more accent lighting, tons of storage. So access to, you know, your plumbing and some very clean-cut storage for an RV. And then 3 of these pull-out drawers to kind of put all your belongings. And then up top here, well, first off, you're going to notice outlets all over the place, the Max Air fan control, and then kind of like your medicine cabinet style, just looking really nice. Right here is going to be your Max Air fan, so help you suck out, you know, the steam or stink from whatever you're doing in here. You also got the porcelain throne in here as well with a really good size shower. So I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6 feet, 295 pounds. So having things like the Tri-Glide Glass Series or just the ability to not be cramped in the shower is a big time plus. So I still have enough head height. There's also a sunroof if you're a little taller than myself, but you can see I have plenty of room, and you know, it's just nice to have for sure. Adjustable drawers here. Same thing with down below. Flip it on around. More of the same here with more adjustable drawers. And then you get an absolutely massive closet up here, kind of the walk-in style. And it is tall enough to where you can walk in. You got the cedar backing as well. You also have the dresser drawers in here where you can maybe put some of your more valuable stuff that you don't want necessarily in the bedroom. Top drawer being that size. Bottom 3 being that size. Man, it just smells really good in here too. But all right, guys, I know this was a quick tour, but they got to get in and get this finished. So now I'm going to show you around where the outside, kind of show you the compartments and where some of the dump valves are. But again, this was the 2024 Mobile Suites 39 RKDB. Their bath and a half rear kitchen model. Man, that is beautiful. But hit that like and subscribe button. And again, down in the comments or down in the description, I'll have all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes. You're going to notice it's a full profile RV. That's what maintains that head height all throughout the camper. You're going to get a whole bunch of slides, dual awnings, so here and there. They're going to have LED lights running underneath. You also get the 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, so one touch and you're done. Little LP quick connect there. Massive pass-through storage. Check out all the stuff that you could definitely put in there. And I like how they put that tough flex flooring in there. It just makes it so you can, you know, beat it up a little bit. The water manifold system is all going to be copper. I'll show you that here in just a moment. Couple outlets in case you want to hook up a TV. Of course, the step above steps that fold up into the doorway. And you even got the extra large grab handle there as well. This is going to be a dual axle unit. Wait, oh, that one's locked. Bummer. Access to some of your maintenance there for you know, your furnace and whatnot. Give you a good little view of underneath the camper with your spare tire, but it's all buttoned up and enclosed. And again, you do have those tank heaters, so that way you don't have to worry about the you know, chilly winter. You have a hitch, so that way you can plug in some more storage, or if you're pulling something. You also got a 7-way plug back there and a ladder to get on top of your fully walkable roof, so you can check your seals, check your slides. There is an option for slide toppers on the slides too, if you would like. It's basically a piece of awning that goes from here to here, protects debris from falling on top of your camper. Couple more storage areas. There's going to be your power cord reel. The other one's going to be much of the same except without the cord reel. And you also got a little dump station right there. Frameless windows. There's going to be your other dump valve. More storage. This is going to be your docking station. You're also going to notice you have the metal slam latch doors. The docking station is nice because you have a spray port, all your satellite connections, and then your main tank fill and water heater valves, you know, all in one place. You also have your black sanitation flush, which is basically a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. Back end of the pass-through storage, and then you have an area for your batteries right here as well, or propane, I'm sorry. And that comes out on a tray, which is nice. There's your auto level button. And then there's going to be your tray for your batteries along with your inverter. Now I know I kind of flew through this, but I am on limited time here at the factory. But once I get one in stock, you will see that I'll put out a much longer, more in-depth tour of it for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, the 2024 Mobile Suites 39 RKDB. My name is Hunter. Hope to see you next time. See ya.